Anna was a young girl who was both excited and a little bit scared. This was her first time traveling alone. Her father had always been by her side, guiding her through everything. But today, everything would be different. Today, she was going to visit her aunt in Naira, and she would do it all by herself. Early in the morning, her father called to her. "Come on, Anna, it's time to get up. It's a long way to the station." Anna quickly jumped out of bed and started getting dressed. She was nervous, so she didn't even eat breakfast. Her stomach felt funny, as if there were butterflies inside. This was a big moment for her, and she wasn't sure what to expect. She had always stayed close to her family, and now she was going to travel far away. Anna and her father left their small village and began to walk towards the station. The road was long, and as they walked, Anna looked around. She saw the houses she had always known, the fields, and the trees. It was a peaceful morning, and the air felt fresh. But Anna couldn't help feeling nervous. Her heart beat fast as she walked beside her father. He kept smiling at her, trying to reassure her. "Don't worry, Anna, you'll be fine. Visiting your aunt will be fun." As they reached the station, Anna felt a bit of relief. The station was busy, with people coming and going. It wasn't too crowded, but there were a lot of people. Anna and her father stood by the train tracks, waiting for the train to arrive. Anna could see the train in the distance, slowly making its way toward the station. When it finally stopped in front of them, she felt her stomach turn again. This was it. The train was going to take her far away from home. The train was almost empty, with just a few people inside. Anna felt a little better. The fewer people, the less noise there was. She could sit quietly and think. Her father helped her get on the train. Before she stepped inside, he smiled at her. "Be careful, Anna. Don't talk to strangers. And remember, your aunt will meet you at Naira." Anna nodded, but deep inside, she felt unsure. What if something went wrong? What if she couldn't find her aunt? She sat down by the window and looked out at the world. The train started moving, and Anna felt a strange feeling. The familiar sights of the village were slowly disappearing behind her. She turned to look at her father one last time. He waved at her, and she waved back. As the train sped up, she watched her father become smaller and smaller, until she couldn't see him anymore. The train journey was long. At first, Anna didn't mind. She watched the scenery pass by the green fields, the trees, and the small houses along the way. The rhythm of the train on the tracks was calming, and for a while, Anna felt peaceful. She closed her eyes and let the sounds of the train lull her into a light sleep. But soon, she began to feel very tired. It had been a long day already, and the train was moving so steadily. Anna couldn't keep her eyes open. Slowly, she drifted off to sleep. She was very tired, and she didn't realize how much time had passed. The train moved on, taking her farther and farther from her village, from everything she knew. After a while, Anna woke up. It was dark outside now. She looked around and noticed that the train was very quiet. She felt small and alone. Everything outside the window was dark. She had no idea where the train was now. She had slept for much longer than she expected. It was late, and she felt like she was far away from everything familiar. Anna looked around, and that was when she noticed that someone else was in the carriage with her. A man was sitting across from her. He looked big and strong, and his face was rough, with scars. His hair was very short. He didn't look friendly, and Anna felt a little scared. He smiled at her, but the smile didn't make her feel better. "You're awake now," the man said. "Where are you going?" Anna felt nervous, but she remembered what her father had said. Don't talk to strangers. She decided not to answer. She just looked at the man, unsure of what to do. The man, noticing her hesitation, asked again, "Are you going to Polona?" Anna felt confused. She didn't know where Polona was. She shook her head. "No, I'm going to Naira," she said. The man seemed surprised. "Naira? We passed Naira 2 hours ago," he said. Anna's heart began to race. She had no idea what he meant. She had been sleeping for a long time, but she never thought the train had gone so far. She looked at the man, feeling more scared than before. She asked, "What do you mean, we passed Naira?" The man nodded. Yes, we passed it, he said. You were asleep. Anna didn't know what to think. She felt lost. How could this happen? What if she couldn't get back to Naira? She didn't have any money, and she didn't know what to do. The man seemed to notice her fear and spoke more kindly now. Don't worry, I'll help you, he said. I'll make sure you get to where you need to go. Anna wasn't sure if she should trust him. He looked scary, but his voice was calm. She didn't know what to do. She was scared, confused, and alone. For a moment, Anna sat still, unsure whether to speak or stay quiet. She didn't know if the man was a friend or if he could hurt her. But at that moment, she had no choice but to listen to him. She was far away from home, and she needed help. Anna woke up slowly. It was dark outside, and she felt strange. She looked around, feeling disoriented. The train was no longer moving at the fast speed it had been earlier. Everything was quiet. The other passengers were gone, and she was alone in her carriage, except for the man sitting across from her. He looked big and strong, with a rough face and a scar on his cheek. His hair was very short, making his face look even more serious. Anna felt nervous, her heart racing. The man smiled at her, but it wasn't a friendly smile. It looked strange and made Anna feel even more uncomfortable. You're awake now, he said in a deep voice. Where are you going? Anna froze. She remembered her father's advice to never talk to strangers. She didn't want to say anything, but the man kept looking at her, waiting for an answer. She felt trapped and didn't know what to do. She looked out of the window, hoping to see something familiar. But it was too dark to see anything clearly. The man leaned forward slightly and asked again, Are you going to Polona? Anna shook her head, feeling more scared. No, I'm going to Naira, she said, her voice trembling. She hoped this answer would end the conversation, but instead, the man looked surprised. Naira, he repeated slowly. We passed Naira 2 hours ago. Anna's heart skipped a beat. What do you mean? She asked, feeling a sense of panic growing inside her. We passed Naira already. Yes, the man said. You were asleep, and we went past it. We're far from Naira now. Anna felt a wave of fear. She couldn't understand how she had slept through something so important. How had she missed Naira? She felt completely lost and alone. She glanced at the man again, trying to stay calm. He wasn't smiling anymore, but his face still looked rough and unfriendly. He didn't seem like someone she should trust. How do I get back to Naira? She asked quietly, trying not to show how scared she was. The man's expression softened a little. Don't worry, he said. I'll help you. I'll make sure you get to Naira. We'll figure it out. His voice was calm, but Anna wasn't sure if she could believe him. He looked like trouble, but what other choice did she have? She didn't know anyone else, and she was all alone on this train, far from home. Anna sat still, unsure of what to do. She had no money, no way to get back, and now she didn't know whether to trust the man or run away. The train was moving slowly, and the darkness outside made her feel even more lost. She had never been this far from home before, and everything felt strange and frightening. The man seemed to notice her fear. I know this is scary, he said. But I'll help you. Don't worry. You're safe with me. His words were meant to comfort her. But Anna couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. She wanted to escape, but she didn't know how. The man stood up and walked over to the window. He looked out for a moment, then turned back to Anna. We're almost at the next station, he said. We'll figure out what to do there. Don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Anna watched him carefully, still unsure of what to believe. He seemed kind enough, but his appearance made her uneasy. She had always been taught to be careful of strangers, and this man didn't look like someone who could be trusted easily. But she was so far from home, and she had no other choice but to follow his lead. The train slowly pulled into the station, and the man moved toward the door. He turned to Anna and said, Come on, we'll get off here. Don't worry. I'll take you where you need to go. Anna hesitated for a moment, but then stood up. She had no other option. She followed him off the train, stepping onto the platform. The air outside was cold, and she shivered. The man led her through the station, past groups of people. He didn't say much, but he moved quickly, as if he knew exactly where he was going. Anna stayed close behind him, still feeling uneasy. They got into a taxi, and the man told the driver to take them to a hotel. Anna didn't know what to think. She had no idea where she was or what to do next. She just hoped that the man would help her get to Naira, as he had promised. As the taxi drove through the city, Anna looked out of the window. The streets were busy, with lots of cars and people. Everything seemed so different from her quiet village. She felt like she was in a completely new world. The man beside her said nothing, but Anna couldn't stop wondering who he really was. Was he telling the truth? Could she trust him? The taxi turned down a small street, and soon they stopped in front of a hotel. The man paid the driver, and Anna followed him inside. The hotel was dark and quiet. The man spoke to the receptionist briefly, then led Anna to a small table in the corner. There were two men sitting there, talking and drinking. They both looked at Anna, and one of them said, "Who's this, Sam, a new friend?" The man smiled and nodded. "This is Anna," he said. "She's lost, but I'll take care of her." Anna sat down at the table, still unsure of what was happening. The two men continued talking, but Anna felt out of place. She didn't know who these people were, and she didn't feel safe. The man, Sam, looked at her and said, "Don't worry. I'm here to help you." But Anna couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. She had to be careful. She had no idea what was really going on, but she had to stay strong and figure out how to get back to Naira safely. For now, all she could do was wait and hope that Sam was telling the truth. The taxi ride was long, and Anna began to feel more anxious. The streets outside were busy, with cars, shops, and people everywhere. This was so different from her quiet village. She didn't know where Sam was taking her, but she had no choice but to go along with him. He had promised to help her, but she still felt unsure. Was he really a good person? Could she trust him? Finally, the taxi turned down a narrow street. The building they stopped in front of didn't look like much. It was a small, dark hotel, and Anna felt nervous as she stepped out of the car. Sam paid the driver and led her inside. The hotel was quiet, and the air smelled stale. It wasn't a place Anna would have chosen to stay, but she was too tired and confused to think about it. Inside, there were two men sitting at a table in the corner. They looked rough, with serious faces. When they saw Sam, one of them said, "Hello, Sammy, who's this girl?" Sam smiled and introduced Anna. "This is Anna," he said. "She's lost, but I'll take care of her." Anna sat down at the table, feeling awkward. She didn't want to be there, but she didn't have any other choice. The two men continued talking to Sam, but Anna felt out of place. She didn't know who they were or why Sam had brought her here. After a while, Sam told Anna that they were going to a boxing match. Anna didn't understand why, but she followed him. Sam led her through the hotel and out into the street. She didn't want to ask too many questions. She just wanted to get to Naira as soon as possible. As they walked, Sam explained that he was a boxer. He told Anna that he had been in many big fights, and he was very good at what he did. Anna didn't know much about boxing, but she was starting to feel like Sam wasn't as bad as she had thought at first. He seemed calm and confident, and he was taking care of her. They arrived at a large building with a big sign outside. Inside, there was a large crowd of people. Anna felt out of place in the busy atmosphere. The noise was loud, and everyone seemed excited. Sam led her to a seat beside the boxing ring. Anna sat down, feeling a little nervous. She didn't know what to expect. The fight began, and Anna watched closely. Sam was in the ring, facing a much bigger opponent. The crowd cheered as Sam and his opponent started to fight. Sam moved quickly, using his strength and skill to avoid the other fighter's punches. He was good, very good. Anna couldn't help but be impressed. The fight went on for a while. Sam seemed to be getting tired, but he didn't give up. He kept moving, avoiding the other fighter's punches and landing his own. The crowd was cheering for him, shouting his name. Anna felt proud of him. She had been wrong about him. He wasn't a bad person. He was a hero in his own way. Finally, after a long struggle, Sam landed a strong punch, and his opponent fell to the ground. The crowd erupted into cheers, and Anna felt relieved. Sam had won. He was the champion. She smiled as she watched him celebrate with his friends. For the first time, she felt truly safe with him. After the fight, Sam came over to Anna. He looked a little tired, but happy. "You were great," Anna said. She smiled at him, feeling proud of everything he had done. Sam smiled back, his face softening. "Thanks," he said. "I'm glad you were here to watch." Anna realized then that she had made a mistake. She had been scared of him because of how he looked, but now she knew the truth. Sam wasn't dangerous, he was strong and kind, and he had helped her when she needed it the most. After the fight, Sam took Anna to the taxi again. He said they were finally going to Naira. Anna was so relieved. She had been so worried, but now everything was going to be okay. She knew that Sam would take her to her aunt safely. The taxi ride was much shorter this time. Anna looked out of the window, feeling more at ease. She thought about everything that had happened. It had been a strange and scary journey, but she had learned an important lesson. She had learned not to judge people by their appearance and to trust others when they show kindness. When they finally arrived in Naira, it was dark outside. Sam stopped the taxi in front of Anna's aunt's house. Anna felt a wave of excitement and nervousness. She was finally home. She had made it. Her aunt opened the door as soon as she saw them. "Anna," she cried, "thank God you're here." She hugged Anna tightly, and Anna felt a sense of comfort and warmth. But then her aunt looked at Sam and asked, "Who is this man?" Anna smiled and said, "This is Sam. He helped me when I got lost on the train. He made sure I got here safely." Anna's aunt looked at Sam and smiled. "Thank you so much," she said. "You're a good man." Sam nodded, smiling back. Anna's aunt invited Sam inside for tea, and the three of them sat together, talking and laughing. Anna felt happy and relieved. She had finally made it to Naira, and she was safe. She looked at Sam and smiled. He had helped her when she needed it most, and she would never forget his kindness. As the evening went on, Anna felt at peace. She knew that this journey had taught her something important, that people can surprise you, and sometimes the scary situations can lead to the best outcomes. Sam wasn't the scary man she had first thought. He was a hero, and Anna would always be grateful to him for helping her find her way. Anna's journey was full of unexpected challenges and valuable lessons. What started as a simple trip to visit her aunt in Naira turned into an adventure that taught Anna not only about trust, but also about overcoming her fears and judgments. She had boarded the train feeling excited, but soon found herself lost, confused, and frightened. The man she met on the train, Sam, seemed dangerous at first. His rough appearance and the fact that he had been traveling with her when she missed Naira made her nervous. But as the story unfolded, Anna learned that Sam was not the scary person she thought he was. He was kind and helped her when she needed it the most. Through her experience, Anna learned that people are not always as they seem. She had judged Sam based on his appearance, but in the end, she realized that looks can be deceiving. Sometimes we fear what we don't understand, but if we allow ourselves to open up and trust, we might find that others are more helpful and caring than we think. Sam was not just a stranger, he was a hero who helped her get to safety. He was a boxer, someone admired and respected, not a criminal. The story reminds us that it's important to give people a chance and not jump to conclusions too quickly. In life, we often face situations where we are unsure or scared, just like Anna, whether it's meeting new people, going to a new place, or taking on a new challenge. It's easy to feel uncertain. But just like Anna's story, we can learn to trust others, step out of our comfort zones, and face our fears. We should also be careful not to judge others by their appearance, as we never know what kind of help or kindness they might bring into our lives. This story teaches us that trusting others, being open to new experiences, and not judging by appearances can lead to great outcomes. In our daily lives, we can apply these lessons by being more kind and understanding, especially to people who may seem different from us. It's important to remain open-minded and approach each situation with a willingness to learn and grow. Congratulations on listening to the full story and improving your English listening skills. You've taken a great step forward in learning and understanding English. Now, let's see how well you understood the story with a simple quiz. Question: what did Anna learn from her journey with Sam? A. That people who look dangerous are always bad. B. That people are not always as they seem, and we should trust them. Please comment your answer with A or B in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to show your support. Your subscription will give us the motivation to continue creating more great content. Also, if you enjoy the content and want to help us keep making these videos, consider donating to help with the costs. We're doing this to help you learn English for free, but it's a challenge in the beginning. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.